I think all three of us can get out there and throw for more yards in the season than what Justin Fields has been giving us. That's who he is, all right? So there's nothing against him. He just can't play for our ball club. We don't have the time. We got to win now.
You wearing number 18 as a mixed child. And you already know how I feel about mixed quarterbacks. But that's a conversation for another day.
Jordan is the biggest hater of Caitlin Clark I've ever seen in my life.
That's not true. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I, as a competitor, look at my contemporary and, like, quote unquote, you know, for lack of a better term, kiss her ass because this is the praise that she's getting. You know what I'm saying?
It's a way to do BBLs, get some free ads.
Do you want a BBL?
Oh.
I hope you, hey, brother.
I mean,
I think Future got something in the tuck that he could pull out, and I don't think nobody wants to see that. Alrighty, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Men the Podcast. I'm your co-host, Jordan Flowers, here with my boys, Hale and Trey, for another episode of Going with the Flow series. And it's been a minute. It's been a minute, guys, since we had our last Going with the Flow episode.
Yeah, it's been
a huge minute, but I'm so excited to get back to talking about current events and what's been going on these days. So, without further ado, let's get into it, man. Trey-Do, what's the first topic on the docket for today?
It is. First thing I got for us, man. I'm going to just say it out loud. I deleted the apps. I retired from betting. I'm done. Sports is rigged. I'm done with it. This one to tell you. It was yesterday. No, it was on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Memorial Day. You know, we relaxing, kicking.
Right.
Matt B-Dubs. Just had best round of golf of my life. Matt B-Dubs chilling. We're watching the Celtics game.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need Celtics first half spread. All right, boom. We get it. Everybody at the table getting it. That's what we're doing. It's looking good. They go down like 7 with like 2 minutes left. They grind back, get up 5 with like 40 seconds left. You get in the situation. They're in the 2-for-1.
Mm-hmm.
The Celtics hurry up, shoot a shot. They had missed the last 3 shots. So I don't know why we're even shooting. We should have just ran the clock out and let me go ahead and cover my 2. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But nah, we didn't do that. We shot it. Then we got some dude. I didn't even know the dude's name. His name was Andrew Nemhart. I didn't know who this dude was.
You don't know who Andrew Nemhart is?
But he comes down. No, not before the playoffs. Don't play. You didn't know.
Okay. I'm gonna let you rock out.
All right, so then he come down, he tween cross, step back, go through, little floater, bucket.
Mm-hmm.
They win by 1. Bets poof. I said, yep, that right there. I drove home, didn't talk to nobody. That was my retirement. I feel like these bad beats just are this guy telling me, like, you don't need this. You don't need this anymore. What do you think, Hale, man? Tell me about some of your bad beats, dog. Are you still betting right now?
No, absolutely not. I've been done, but I had a lot of reasons to be done. First of all, the only NBA player that anyone has ever said that I look like is Karl Anthony Towns.
Big Perk.
Right? And he is the worst human being to ever bet on for anything. Like, I wouldn't bet his over, I wouldn't bet his under. That man can literally do anything on the court. I have no idea, bro. I hate him. And if we're related somehow, then I double hate him. And he's invited to no family cookout, no reunion,
he's not in the cookout.
None of that. I don't care how rich he is. Keep his money. I don't need it. You can have it. I don't care. But, dude, I've had some insane beats. But insane beats from the fact that it's like I don't even know what to do. You know what I mean? Like, you ever lose where you're I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, sometimes
how does that even not hit?
Listen, guys, sometimes you bet and you kind of overdo it a little bit. You put a little 8-leg down and you just do some extra stuff, right? And you're just like, I'm doing too much, man. I just got to do some basic stuff. Bro, I had Karl Anthony Towns for 20 points. Bro, and that was the only bet. It was just 20 points. That was it. $50, 20 points. It's like, I just need to see something go through, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is like what? This is either game 2 or game 3 or something like that. But he ended with like 15 or 18 or something like that. I was like, I don't know who else is going to score on this team if he's not scoring 20 points. I don't know who else.
He was playing good.
Dude, yeah, I couldn't believe it, but I knew I was slowing down because usually I slow down after the Super Bowl because
Yeah.
I like basketball, I watch it, but you get stuff like this all the time, so it's super annoying. But then the playoffs start, and you're like, all right, maybe people are gonna try hard, maybe there's not a blowout or nothing
Nah,
like that. Nope, this game sucked. You got Jalen Brown being the most consistent player in the playoffs right now. It's like, how can
that
I
was
bet on this?
incredible.
Like, what am I supposed to bet on?
It's
Like,
true.
it's nothing.
Celtics did
It's
get a
so trash.
cakewalk too. Everybody
Hey,
been hurt.
easy. Easy.
Yes, it's super trash. Super trash. I remember I had one bet and everything hit, and I needed Kyrie to go for 20. It was literally probably the one game in his whole entire playoff life since he converted to
Yeah,
Islam
it's
or
funny.
anything
He's not Islamic.
that he didn't score 20 points. Yeah, my bad. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. I didn't mean to say
That's crazy.
He's just been tapping
but
in with his Native
dude,
American heritage, man. Keep going.
oh, is
Right,
that
going
what that was?
crazy.
Yes.
No, because he celebrates Ramadan. All right, I'm not
Oh,
crazy. Like
he did observe
Ramadan,
maybe
Ramadan.
he's
He
doing
did
something.
observe Ramadan. You're right.
that
You're
is
right.
his name.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. My
Okay, I'm
fault. That's my
not that
fault.
crazy. All
Right.
right.
That wasn't, yeah, you was on brand. You was on brand.
Keep going. You good.
Okay. Yeah, you can see like I'm just yeah.
You good.
He was
Anyway,
trying to make it
yeah,
something he
bro.
wasn't.
I mean, if Kyrie can't go for 20, I shouldn't be betting. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know. There's nothing left if he can't go for 20. And then you got PJ Washington being
The
looking
superstar.
like a superstar. Yeah, looking
Mhm.
like he deserves the max deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, man,
All that
I
child
can't do it.
support.
I'm just a fan. Yeah, I'm just a fan. I get home and crack my beers just like everyone else and just watch some good basketball.
Yeah. I feel you, man. I mean, we still got to talk about this 2-for-1, man. Like, I feel like if you're out there and you see the flow of the game going and you're noticing that, like, you had just grinded to get this lead
Mhm.
and you might as well, you were playing good defense, weren't shooting the ball well. Why are we still shooting the ball? I just don't get it. Jordan, I know you hooped, man. I need you to give me something. Give me your 2 cents about these two.
I think it's very situational. Depending on who's on the court. I'm all for people going for the 2-for-1. Obviously, you want to be able to get two chances is better than one, but I think the bad shot selection for the 2-for-1 is what you're hinting at. We got some youngers in these playoffs, so you understand that we're not gonna get the best of shots. I love Ant to death. That's my guy, and he a real ATL dude. So
Because
we not gonna get the best shot selection from him all the time. So I just feel like it's situational. It depends on who's on the court, stuff like that. Are y'all up by 10? Are y'all down by 11? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have all those situational awareness things going on in your mind. But I'm all pro 2-for-1. Again, just not if my first shot is going to be a bad shot. You know what I'm saying? Like I still want it to be a good shot to the
yeah,
flow of the
you
offense.
think you need like a play type of thing.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
think you need to
man.
play for the first one. But then half the time I feel like even in the 2-for-1,
Mhm.
the second shot's with like 5 seconds left and they trying to get all the way down the court from half court. Is it really worth that half court shot that goes in one in every 15, 20, 30 games?
And see, that's why I'm saying it's situational. So it depends on like if I know I'm about to get the ball back with like 5+ what's the name seconds, then yeah, I'm gonna go for it. But if I'm getting the ball back with it's like from the game clock to the shot clock, it's like a 2 or 3 second difference, then why would I do that? You know what I'm saying? Let's just set up for the best shot available. Slow it down. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna get that half court unless you got Steph Curry on your team or like Jalen Williams, which I don't know why he's hitting half court shots, but
Jalen
whatever.
Williams is still.
Yeah, I don't understand that. But I do want to talk about sports betting real quick because y'all know I'm not the biggest sports bettor. But Trey, you have seen me have
You
bad
was getting
beats.
your little toes wet.
Yeah,
Come
I was
on.
getting my little toes wet, and I'm gonna tell you who did it for me. It was hold on, no pause. But anyway, who really ruined it for me was Joe Burrow, dog. I had $750 on the line. And Trey, you know which one I'm talking about because we had one of those
I
bets
do remember.
separately.
I do remember.
Dog, I
Oh,
was
yeah.
Yeah.
45 yards passing away from him, and it was halftime. All I needed was
From greatness.
45 yards of
Greatness.
passing from Joe Burrow, and he breaks his thumb. I didn't understand. I didn't get it. I'm still distraught about it, bro. This is 700 real American Cinos that we were talking about, and he ruined it. So after that, and then who's the kicker for the Cowboys? I had like 800 on him. Brandon Aubrey seems like a solid dude.
Brandon Aubrey, yeah.
Tricked it for me, and that was it. Deleted the sports. I mean, and they hit me with,
What'd he do? What'd he do?
Bro,
he was missing field goals and extra point.
I needed 2 field goals. He missed 2 field goals, and everything hit. And it's a 9 parlay. I mean, it's juicy, it's fat, and everybody hit. I'm thinking for sure it's gonna be him because Dak is selling when he gets to the red zone. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get 2 field goals. Dak, and he gonna dink and dunk. I'm not worried about that.
They don't score.
Yeah, and so he sold me. I didn't understand that. I think he's jobless now. I hope he gets employed. This is not me saying I don't want him employed, but he will no longer be a part of any parlays that I put down.
He's not gonna be on your team.
Absolutely not. And I don't know. It's a couple people that need
Subway sandwiches now.
Yeah. I don't know, but I hope he's employed somewhere, just not in that realm, because he cooked me. You know who he reminded me of? Hale, the double doink. Who's the dude that kicked the double doink for you on your birthday? Chicago.
Oh my God. Yeah, we don't speak of him. We don't. Not at all.
Speaking of Chicago, are we talking about Caleb Williams being the bust this year? See.
I mean, he's gonna do it.
I'm just saying. I think he's just gonna be a bust, bro. I think they get all these weapons and all that, and they should have kept Justin.
He'll be good.
Here we go. Give me my minutes. Give me my minutes. Is the camera on me? Put the camera on me.
Put the camera on you, dog.
I speak for. Sorry, let me take the hat off.
You got this SDL hat on.
Sorry, this is Chicago talking. I speak for all Chicago Bears fans
he's
here.
With Chicago.
I speak for all Chicago Bears fans here. I just would like to say, one, we're tired. Okay, we're tired. All right, I've been to a lot as a person, right? And I've been through twice as much as a Bears fan. Okay, like my life was good. But being a Bears fan just makes it like 50-50. Like even it brought it right back down. All right. So listen, first of all, we're tired. Okay. We're tired of losing. We're tired of being broke. We're tired of the taxes. We're just tired. Okay. So
you're tired.
We need something. All right. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. But we need something. All right. Like, you ever sold your bike for a skateboard? Like, we need something. Yeah, I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's better. I just know we need something.
You just need to change it. You need to change it.
We need to change it somehow. And I will tell you what, I don't know if he's going to do good or not, but this is the best I felt in a long time.
About your team?
In a very long time about this team and what we can do. We've done everything right.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't know if the QB's going to work out or not. But to be fair, I think all 3 of us can get out there and throw for more yards in the season than what Justin Fields has been giving us. So,
wow.
He's a hell of a runner. Great runner.
That's crazy.
But in terms of pass running, that's not going to work in our league. That ain't going to work in our division, and that's not going to work for this city. Okay? It's not. So, we wish him the best of luck. He was a good kid. He was a good kid. He was the kid that kept failing that you wanted to get an A one time. That's who he is, all right? So there's nothing against him. He just can't play for our ball club anymore. All right? We don't have the time. We got to win now. So we going to see what happens, but I'm all in. I'm in. I'm getting a Caleb Williams jersey. I'm going to let you know right now. And when I get it, I'm parading it, all right? I'm parading it until we lose 6 games. Then I'm just I'm putting that back on.
Quick. That'll be very quick, buddy.
You putting that back on?
Yeah, that'll be very, very, very quick. Okay, let's go ahead and we got to move on. But I will say this. This is why Chicago's not winning. One, your quarterback is not – I'm not going to do the finger painting stuff. I don't really care about that. You're wearing number 18 as a mixed child. And you already know how I feel about mixed quarterbacks. But that's a conversation for another day. And he's wearing number 18. The other reason why y'all won't win anything is because that nasty font. I don't like the font on y'all jerseys. It bothers me. I don't know what it is. No, those font, that font on that jersey is nasty. It's not cultural. It's nasty. It's nasty.
It's what happens when your city is older than 200 years old.
I understand that, but like this is what y'all get for not appreciating Jay Cutler. All right, and y'all best years was with Rex Grossman, but we got to move
Jay
on.
Cutler did
We
both
got
the
to
jobs.
move on. We have to move on. Trey, though, what's second topping on the docket? I don't have time for his Caleb Williams stuff no more. What we got for me, man?
All right, we're gonna let the Bears go down. Next thing, we got to talk about Caitlin Clark, dog. I mean, she got out here. She completely changed the program. They have 36 of their 40 games now in national coverage. I saw videos of the Indiana Fever having private flights, like, and then you see like Cameron Brink, Angel Reese, like all of them all over, all the ads, all the commercials, like all the national games. I feel like it's either one of those three playing. And then you see on different parts of social media that like the vets are like saying like, oh, this wasn't going to happen in the league. Like they weren't going to be able to play how they did in college.
Mm-hmm.
You see videos of like, you got the Angel Reese video the other day of her getting like slammed to the ground by somebody. And it's like, you didn't see that before. Or you have like Caitlin Clark will be running down playing defense. They're not even calling out the screen. She gets destroyed by screens. Have any of you guys seen it? I turned it on one the other weekend. Bro, when I tell you she was full speed running, you didn't hear nobody call the screen out. It's dead by the screen. And of course, like, how is that even happening?
Okay.
Like, what do you think about this whole situation? Like, what do you think about how they're getting treated? Like, how the rookies are stepping on the scene, how they're handling it, all of that. What you think, bro? I know you're gonna come at me from the psychology standpoint, inside out. Let me see what you got for me.
Okay, I'm gonna be on my soapbox for a little bit, but I'm gonna keep it very concise. So the thing of it is that two things can be true, and I think that's what the whole consensus of this thing, what we need to have in mind when I say the things that I'm about to say. The point of it was that with any transition into anything, there is going to be a learning curve. And I think with Caitlin Clark, there was a learning curve, right? So we see she's not shooting the best percentages, right? I think she's shooting like 30%. And I mean, that's happening for Angel Reese as well. So again, it's just a rookie thing. The thing about the discussion that I don't like, I do think there is a tiny bit of pieces of jealousy from a minority of people. However, I think the overall consensus is that, you know what, like I wouldn't say it's unfair. And I think she gets all the praise that she deserves. Correct. I think she's earning all the dollars that she should get. Correct. I think what ends up happening is, and I think y'all hear me talk about this a lot, is I think it's good to give your just due credit. And then there's people that take it too far. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember there was just this discourse of like, oh, she's going to come in the WNBA and just dominate off rip. Well, she's going to the worst team. You get what I'm saying? And she's a guard. So there's going to be a learning curve. There's going to be all these things. I think the NIL money, I think and this is the nastiest part. And this is where I'll end my conversation on. There has been this talk about, well, what's good for her is if everybody just kind of lets her rock out, so everybody gets, or there's more eyes on the WNBA. And there has shown trajectory that there has been more eyes on the WNBA without Caitlin Clark. Now she has taken it to another level. That's not me slighting that, right? She brings in her own huge audience in herself. But in saying that, though, these people are competitors. You get one life. So to think that people are going to take a step back and not have this competitive nature against her, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, why would I, as a competitor, look at my contemporary and like, quote unquote, you know, for lack of a better term, kiss her ass because this is the praise that she's getting? You know what I'm saying? I want to come out and attack her. I want to see how good you really are. And I'm pretty sure from her perspective, she wants that as well. I'm pretty sure she's super competitive.
Yeah, so like she wants that challenge.
Yeah. So I just hate the discourse. It happens in every sport. Every rookie gets checked like this. I think do some of these things kind of worry me? No, because I think this happens to all stars that come in, you know what I'm saying, when they transition into the pros. And I think she'll figure it out. I think she'll dominate the game. Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I just think that I don't like the discourse behind it. And quite frankly, there are other women that are doing extraordinary things. I've talked about the Asia Wilsons before, the DeWanna Bonners, the Alyssa Thomases. Even before that time, there was the Skylar Diggins, there was the Maya Moores, who was my WNBA and women's basketball coach, Diana Taurasi, Breanna Stewart, that's killing it and stuff like that. So I say that all to say, she's going to learn it. Yeah, bro. I've been watching the W for a while. I love women basketball. Okay. Yeah. So I think for us, I think we just need to take a step back, let her learn. She has all the momentum. Don't overdo it, and understand that criticism is going to come with the position that she's in. Because when you build somebody up like this high to be your quote unquote GOAT in a lot of regards, I mean, you understand the pressures that's going to be upon that. So I just hope that we give her the space to learn and understand that there is some learning for her to do. And there's other great players that she's playing against, and we need to give them their credit as well.
I like that you came from that point of view, because I was watched the video the other day and it was talking about how with all of the more publicity that the WNBA is getting, sometimes you get that aspect where it's like they are outside looking in, like they haven't really been watching. They just see a couple clips and then they instantly think like they're all out to get it. Mm-hmm. Like I like how you came about. It's more about competing. It's not as deep as some people make it seem. Like I feel like sometimes we like to make like cultural points about like race wars and like things like that, all trying to take that out of just simple basketball and like simple sports and things like that, and that true competitive nature. Right. Hale, what do you think about like? Do you think that they're bringing in too much cultural things and too many aspects of like trying to put other people down, or do you think that people just don't even understand the competitive nature just because there's all these new fans pouring into the sport because they see Caitlin Clark shooting 40-foot threes?
I think it's just what happens when you have an influx of eyes watching you. You know, that's just going to happen. It's going to be an acclimation period where people are going to figure out, is it for them? Is it not? Everyone's going to have their little narratives and what they would like to say because something big, something new, and it gets the views, you know, same reason as we're talking about it now. Now, the cool thing is that we've been talking about this for about 2 years. Whenever the first time Iowa and LSU faced each other, we're like, oh, yeah, this is going to be the future right here. Like, they're going to be big if they keep this up. But I think the first thing I'll say before I get into my point is that I'm very fortunate for me and Jordan's group chat that watches our episode. And it'd be terrible if I didn't mention Jordan is the biggest hater of Caitlin Clark I've ever seen in my life. Like, you think the Twitter's bad, you think the videos are bad.
Not true.
Jordan is a huge hater of Caitlin Clark, and that has to be said. All right, now
we'll address it later.
You're a diplomat.
We'll address it later.
You're a wordsmith. You know how to talk. You know how to say the right things, and I believe you believe that. But I want to point out the stuff that he says in our group chat is absolutely insane. Like, he doesn't think they should put the camera on her at all.
That's not what I said.
They should just turn off the lights.
It's like a Taylor Swift.
I've
never said that, Trey. But I'm gonna let him rock out. I got something for you. Keep going, bro. Keep going.
Okay.
Hey, you wanted to go first, so
you good.
To continue my point, though. Yeah. To continue my point, though, what I would say is, and you know, just a word of advice or something in general for the league is that this is a good lesson on personal branding, right? So you have all these new people coming in and everyone's spinning their narratives, but like, what is your personal brand? How are you going to market this in a way to, like everyone's talking about, for the next 10, 15 years, you benefit off of this, right? So I think about this with like the Magic and Bird thing. It's like there were haters. Like the internet wasn't around, but there were some super haters back in those days. Like there was only Celtics fans and only Laker fans and all of that stuff. And what the league do is the league kind of just like WWE, like they just made a full storyline out of it. It's like, oh, here comes Magic Johnson, high flying, making tricks, all this stuff versus the prim and proper, do it the right way Celtics coming into town. You know, like they did a great job of branding it to where all the new people coming in had a side to pick. It was fun for everyone. It was exciting. There were arguments, of course. There were crazy things. There was cultural differences. All that's a given. But personal branding, how do you take all these views and then maximize what you're getting out of it? And that would be what I would say about the WNBA. It's like, whether we think it's good or bad, a lot of eyes are on it. Yeah, right. So what are you going to do with all these eyes on you? And I would say, I think it would help out because there's this stigma that everyone's out to get Caitlin Clark. And there's legitimate reasons. There's some reasons that, like you said, are just jealousy. I would say from WNBA perspective, I think they should do a better job of saying like, hey, we're a professional league just like everyone else. We don't give people special treatment. We're not easy about it, but at the same time, we're not out to get anyone. It's like, actually, this is what
Yeah,
we're all about. These are the legends before her. This is what the game has done for all these women. If they did a better job, at least maybe I haven't seen it, but if they did a better job of that branding aspect to say the bigger fans, the Jordans, the me's that are actually starting to watch games, and people will start to explain, it's like, oh, what Caitlin Clark reminds me of this player right here. And then they start talking about, little things like that to actually get the brand out, get
yeah.
the history, get the culture out. And then I think that would help them retain their fans through this hype right now that they're getting.
Before,
Yeah, and kind of make them, everybody would like research into that too. I feel like they would be more informed about the league as a whole if that was the case. Everybody was just comparing to these people because they would be like, well, who is this person? Why don't I know who this is?
and before we go into the last topic, I want to not offer a rebuttal because he just said that first part, first and foremost, the second part of his conversation was really great, and I agree. The first part was complete BS, and I'm not going to really do any rebuttals of that. I just want to make this quick point. My quick point before I transition to Trey is that I think, and this is what I said to one of our friends. I'm not going to say his name, but the one that I argue with about this topic all the time is that I think there's unnecessary. It's already a pressure cooker when you already, or this pressure cooker when you already in the league, right? So I think
Right.
it's unfair to her. One, if you put all of this, now it's a responsibility that she has because she's great. So it's one in itself. But then when you put the whole
Comes with the territory.
brand behind her, and that's what I said to him is like, you can't make her the sole entity because if she fails, then that crashes the whole league. So it's like we put all our chips on her and she doesn't do what people
Yeah.
perceive that she will do, then it doesn't grow the game. And then I think I'm not saying that the camera shouldn't have been on her. I'm just saying to grow the game, if that is the true intention, because some people's intention is to cover her. But I'm saying if the intention is to grow the game, cover her a lot, but also trickle in other people that are playing great so people are able to expand their palette about the knowledge of other players so that they know, oh, besides Caitlin, I know Asia Wilson. I didn't know she was dominating like this, so I'm coming in, or Kelsey Plum, or these other people. So I think that if that is the intention to grow the game, I think you have to cover other people's. Like you said, branding is important. And that is the next step for, I think, the W is to continue to brand their stars in a better way so that people aren't just tuning in for Clayton Clark and her greatness. You should tune in for that. But now I'm tuning in for other people that are doing great things as well. But I'm off my soapbox. Trado, we got a third topic, man. What's the last topic on the docket for today, brother?
All right, man. I think we need to transition off the basketball. I'm done with the basketball. Done with sports betting. We don't even care about sports betting anymore. We not even utter the SB name no more. We just call it SB. But we'll jump into Drake and Kendrick. And I know we ain't really been on the pod together, all three of us at once to actually talk about this Drake and Kendrick. So we got it's an all-out civil war. I've seen memes of Avengers, and it's like Drake, like Sexy Red, J. Cole on one side, and you got 21 Savage, Future, Metro, like Rick Ross. Everybody's jumping in. Old people, new people, you relevant, you not. Everybody wants a piece of this drama.
Mm-hmm.
It started out with Drake dropping a song with J. Cole, talking about how they were the big three, him, J. Cole, and Kendrick. And then Kendrick jumps back on the song with Future, and he's like, we're not even talking about the big three, it's just Big Me. So Kendrick went in the whole narcissistic values. He was like, nah, it's just me. I don't care about none of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Then we start getting the diss tracks. And then you get Drake sending one. And he's sending shots at random people, too. It's like you bringing other people into it. He sent shots at Rick Ross. Then you got shots at The Weeknd. Everybody loved The Weeknd. He's on every pop song ever that ever went number one. Then you got that going on. Then you got Rick Ross jumping on saying Drake be doing BBLs and getting the free abs. I might need some free abs. I might need to jump into that. Look, this is what I'm gonna tell you.
Abs,
if it's a way to do BBLs and get some free abs, and I ain't gotta go to the gym no more.
Do you want a BBL?
Oh,
I hope you. Hey, brother.
I mean,
Whoa, hold on.
I mean, if I try it out, I'll give you a recommendation.
Whoa, hey, hell, hey, we gotta watch this one. That's crazy. That's crazy, but I'm gonna let you rock out.
Hey, if you see me look
I hope
crazy,
not.
nah. we all natural over here. I ain't gonna get into the actual BBLs. But then she had all that going on, and then you got Drake just comes in at the end. He just dropped a new song with Sexy Red, bringing Sexy Red into it, and then in his feature with Sexy Red, he took Metro made a whole thing talking about how he gets BBLs, which is quite honestly the catchiest instrumental ever. Like, have y'all heard that?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I probably sing it once a week at least. But then he came on that beat, stole his beat. Mm-hmm. So who really won this whole debacle? Like, is it just for publicity, or like are there real winners and losers in this whole beef if it's real or fake?
Well, as a rap fan, I listen to a lot of music, but definitely as a rap fan, this has been amazing. I think there's been some sort of drought where everyone's kind of been just doing the same thing. Make two really good hood rap songs with a good beat and call it a day, and then maybe hop on a feature or have Drake feature your song or something like that. That's been going on for a while. I haven't heard a lot of good music, so to have this all drum up was actually very entertaining, very cool. And it was good for the rap game.
Yeah.
It just pushes the envelope and it forces everyone to get better. So I think out of everything, that's the positive, is that anyone who wants to be the top dog or wants to be included on there, now they got to up the ante. They got to do more, right? So as a rap fan, I was really excited. I was really happy to go through that roller coaster of emotions of things getting dropped and like, oh, he said this, and like, oh, he said that. I'm like, whoa, Drake has another kid. Like, what's going on here? It was awesome. I love it. There's winners and losers. I'm on the side that Drake probably lost this, and
Really?
I don't really have a hatred or dislike. Now, I'm a Kanye fan, but like I enjoy good music all around, so I don't really have a loyalty towards an artist. I think Drake lost, but part of what made Drake lose was the fact that like Drake was trying to make a good song, but not a good diss. And I think that's what ended up hurting him because his songs were great. You can re-listen to a Drake diss and not know what the diss is about. You just like the song. And he's always had that superpower being able to do that, right? Mm-hmm. Also, Drake was arguing with too many people. You can't, if there's one main guy, you can't make a diss that addresses 5 other people in there. You got to keep it on the main guy that you're arguing with, right? Because that's what we want to hit. That's who we're putting you up against right now. Like, we're not talking about you and Rick Ross, so don't address. We're not talking about you and A$AP Rocky, who gave up on rapping. So there's no reason to bring him up, right?
Hey, don't diss A$AP Rocky. He got Rihanna.
I like A$AP Rocky. I'm just very upset at him that he just doesn't drop music anymore, and now he wants to be a family man. But whatever, yeah, I get it. I get it. Whatever, you grow up. But no, So he definitely didn't do that well. And then Kendrick won. You're used to Drake just dominating people, and this is the first time we felt like he wasn't dominating. Now, whether it's true or not, I'm not a detective. I can't tell. I'm not an Inspector Gadget. I don't have any theory, any proof, nothing. It's all just me guessing if it's true or not. I don't have it. But Kendrick just really made great disses. Like, they were put together so well. And it was something we haven't seen before from someone who has been beefing with Drake. It was very hard for Drake to overcome. And then also, when you're just at the top, I mean, that's kind of the downfall of it. It's like, it's just going to be that much harder for you to win. Like, someone gets one good punch at you, even though you're the champion, you're at the top. A lot of people are just going to think that you lost. And that's just what you're going to have to deal with, right?
Right.
I guess I'd say those are kind of my thoughts. Like, I'm sure, like, they definitely don't like each other, and none of them like Drake, which is fair because Drake is a light-skinned dude, so he's got to be petty. He's definitely with a lot of women. He's definitely slept with everyone's girl at this point. So I can understand why people didn't like Drake, who was up there with him. Like that's fair game.
Boom.
Um, but yeah, just from my side, I mean, I was just having fun. I was just happy to be here, happy to listen. What a time to be alive.
You know what? I'm just gonna tell you this. Drake is not Usher. He ain't taking everybody, girl. I'm just throwing it out there. He is not Usher. He is not gonna break her relationship. He just gonna send her a DM because you said something, or send her some concert tickets or something. He don't want her. He just gonna let you know that he could.
Right.
He ain't Usher. But Jordan, what you think about this, man? What you think, man? You been listening to it? Listen to it long?
I have. I'll be. I'm the biggest Drake stan. I think he lost. And I mean, if you want to call it a lose, I think this is what I think it is though. Is I think people had already made up their mind before the beef. You know what I'm saying? People were already starting to get tired of Drake and all of his antics. And so I think it was just the perfect storm. Like Kendrick is already a great rapper, right? And I'm already tired of Drake. So I feel as though it was just unfair discourse about the diss records because like it was like now granted, I don't think that I didn't like Drake's like defensive mechanism. Like, like instead I like Drake on the offense, like Joe Budden said, like when he's attacking rather than trying to like do like damage control, which is what he was doing on a lot of like some of his tracks. I thought the AI thing was genius. I think that beat was hard. I think what also plays a part in this as well is Kendrick. That not like us. That all his Kendrick beats were hard. Like they were very catchy, dog.
Bangers.
Yeah,
hey, that not like us. That is
come
going to
on,
be.
bro.
We lucky it's not HBU season.
Like, dude, and then
If the HBCU's got a hold of that.
The other Drake diss that or other Kendrick diss that he had where he talked about the alleged daughter. Is it 6?
Oh, you talking about Meet the Grams?
Yeah,
Meet the Grams.
Meet the Grams.
Oh my
Meet the
God.
Grams. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like that beat, like how like dark it was, and like the tone of his voice. I thought that was really hard, man. This is what I'll say to recap it. I think there's I love watching Joe Budden podcast every day, and I think on a business side of things, like Drake has pretty much like effed everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's kind of what it is. I think it's a business type of thing, that behind closed doors type of thing. I don't think it's fake. I'm not the biggest Drake apologist, so I think some of his like antics are weird. This is where I started to have a problem. Is now you start to see the discourse that even coming out with the reference tracks that just came out a couple days ago, right? About Mob Ties. So now people are starting to like.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah. People are starting to dissect.
Dig into him.
Yeah, they're trying to dissect Drake in a sense of now. Again, going back to my earlier point, people take it too far. Now Drake, now it's people, I never liked Drake. Drake ain't never been a part of hip hop. Drake has never been stood up for black people.
They're trying to tear him down.
Yeah, and okay, if you want to say he lost and he's weird, cool. And I love Drake. That's cool. I think that is very fine. When you start talking about he was never good and he was always stealing music and everybody has a ghostwriter. I mean, some people pen is better than others. Most people have people writing for them. So I just think it was just unfair. I think people use this. It was a perfect storm. I think people use this situation to really voice their opinion about their displeasure with Drake. And then they start being dishonest. Now you never liked him. Stop. You wouldn't have all these numbers. Just stop. Everybody has a Drake song in there. Right. So like, come on, bro. So Kendrick, he did his thing. I think it was great for hip hop. On the psychology, humanistic side of me, I didn't like some of the allegations I was getting thrown out because that's very serious. I'm not going to talk about that. So I think you start dibbling and dabbling in that. That's kind of a little serious. I would get upset about that too, dog. You start calling me that type of name. So I just think it was great. I think the beats were great. I think Drake was up against a storm that he couldn't face. I think that him being on tour didn't help. You trying to focus on a diss, and then I got a tour date. Like, you just doing too much. And I just think.
Oh, by the way, that tour was busting.
Oh, I know.
I went to the concert.
Yeah,
I was on the floor. Best concert I've ever seen. J. Cole and Drake go.
Yeah,
keep going.
But that, and I just think again, it was a perfect storm of he just didn't have the. It was a perfect storm of him just having weird antics, people not being pleased with him not dropping the old Drake. Kendrick is a force in himself. And again, I just think his attention is everywhere. and he was fighting a lose-lose battle anyway. So this is kind of where we at. But we need to stop all the Drake was never good stuff. Like, come on, dog. We capping. Now we capping, and I don't like that. So, but it is what it is, man. Any final thoughts though, Trey, on this topic?
All I'm gonna say is, I know you didn't think that the GOAT Future was gonna lose. Whoever side was on the Future side, that's who was gonna win. And you see what happened. And I just let y'all give all y'all spills and let y'all say it all. Before I even said anything, y'all gave me the ignition. All I did was pull the trigger. You feel me? So I'm just glad y'all shouted out my GOAT. Undefeated.
Can't stand him.
Listen, man, how anyone feels about Future, no one said anything to Future. There wasn't a line, there wasn't a sneak diss, there wasn't a post or nothing.
Hey,
bro, they didn't say a word about him.
Hey, I think Future, I don't think it's lyrically. I don't think that's why people didn't like attack Future. I think Future got something in the tuck that he could pull out, and I don't think nobody want to see that. And I don't think it's lyrics, bro. I think it's information. So I don't like. I think it's something in the tuck. So he stayed away from that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he
Future parties, man.
Well, that's crazy.
Hey, well, you know what he said? 60, you know.
Yeah, bro. We can't go into
no exaggeration.
Yeah, he's a god. He's a god of that, man. But this has been dope, man. This has been dope. It was our first iteration of this, and been a while, man. I'm looking forward to. There's so much going on. Like, whether it's sports, whether it's political. I mean, there's so many new things that's coming out this summer. I'm pretty sure we're going to be talking about the college football game coming up here soon. So I'm really, really excited to keep going back with these Going With The Flows. We are going to be doing them more frequently. So you'll see us as a 3-man crew on here a lot more. And I'm really, really appreciative of the guys, man. So thank you for tuning in. Hale, tell them where they can find us at on the socials, man.
Nah, I'm just joking with you.
I thought he was really frozen. I thought he was frozen, dog.
Nah, you can find us on Instagram at _men the podcast, TikTok men_podcast, YouTube men the podcast. I promise you, it's going to show up every single time. You're going to see it. We're breaking the algorithm. All right. Breaking the algorithm, but definitely comment down below. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment down below. What's your favorite part?
It's
what's
free.
Your thoughts? Do you think we should really quit sports betting? Like, are we overreacting, man? Is it really cooked for us? Come on, let's see what
if you got a lot, let me know. Send me the
any bear slander is you're getting blocked. I don't care. I don't care how many followers we have, man. You're blocked. I'm blocking you.
Hey,
I don't want to hear nothing about the Bears.
He's doing that. I want y'all to know, fans, he's doing all of this Bears talk with a St. Louis fitted on, which is the most, he doesn't even claim the city. So I just want y'all to know, before y'all actually take this man's word, he denounced Chicago a long time ago. But that's all the time we got in the world. You can rebuttal me next episode, buddy. I don't care what you got to say at this point in time. Again, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hale gave y'all the formula. And yeah, we'll be back here soon.